This is the luxury world. Get inspired with us today and tomorrow. The United States government announced a 31% tariff on Swiss luxury watch imports. However, in a sudden policy reversal, which proposed tariff was reduced to 10%, while the 31% figure was deferred for 90 days. With these developments unfolding rapidly, it remains entirely plausible that the rate could escalate again, potentially even doubling, if Switzerland retaliates, similar to China's previous response in similar trade disputes. The following analysis, brought to you by the Luxury World, examines the implications of these tariff developments on consumers, especially those with long-term aspirations to purchase Swiss luxury timepieces. It also evaluates the immediate and future impact already being felt across the gray market. This is, effectively, the costliest hobby to pursue during a trade war. Let us explore and delve into this topic more. If you have not subscribed to our channel yet, make sure to do so to stay informed on future updates. Recently, the U.S. administration proposed a 31% tariff on luxury imports from Switzerland. The initial announcement sent shockwaves through both the retail and gray market watch sectors. However, following a drop in U.S. government bond values, a temporary pause was issued. The 31% tariff was deferred for 90 days, with a reduced 10% tariff taking effect in the interim. This pause is set to expire in mid-July. To clarify a critical point, a 31% tariff on Swiss watches would not directly translate to a 31% increase in the retail price of models like the Rolex Submariner at Authorized Dealers. Instead, the tariff would be applied to the landed cost, effectively, the wholesale price upon entry into the United States. Still, even the proposal alone has already triggered profound ripple effects throughout the watch industry. Uncertainty is one of the most influential market forces. Consumers who have spent years on waitlists for high-demand models, such as the Submariner, now face the unsettling possibility that they could be called for their long-awaited watch at a significantly higher price, one that might no longer be affordable due to tariff-induced inflation. This apprehension has caused a shift in buying behavior. Many are choosing to abandon the waitlist altogether and purchase immediately on the gray market to avoid potential future price hikes. Simultaneously, dealers are reacting. Authorized dealers and resellers are increasing their inventory of sought-after models, particularly Rolex's stainless steel sports models, such as the GMT Master 2 Pepsi and the Daytona. This hoarding stems from an anticipation of increased demand, which, in turn, fuels price escalation. In essence, speculative pricing is being driven not by actual policy changes, but by their mere possibility. If a 10% tariff remains the standard, the impact on consumers will likely be muted. Over recent years, Rolex and other Swiss brands have already been implementing frequent price increases, often between 7% and 10% every 6 months. As such, the market has gradually become accustomed to regular pricing adjustments. In a 10% tariff scenario, the retail price of a Rolex watch may increase slightly, but not significantly beyond the norm. Most enthusiasts and buyers will likely continue purchasing without drastic behavioral changes. Essentially, the 10% figure is within the bounds of what has already become standard inflation in the luxury watch sector. Retailers, particularly authorized dealers, would need to respond with significant price increases. While the final consumer-facing hike may not be the full 31%, an estimated increase of 15% to 20% could be expected. This would drastically alter the dynamic between retail pricing and gray market value. Such a shift could even lead to a scenario not seen in years: in-store availability of flagship models like the Submariner, with watches returning to display windows due to diminished demand. The implications of a tariff hike extend beyond Rolex. Brands like Omega, for instance, already struggle with gray market undercutting. The retail price of an Omega Seamaster is approximately $5,700, yet gray market listings often show it available for as little as $4,000. Should retail pricing be forced upward due to tariffs, possibly reaching $7,000, consumer interest in authorized retail outlets would likely diminish further. This creates a dilemma for brands and authorized retailers alike. If inventory cannot be moved at the new MSRP, brands may begin retracting authorized dealer status from major retailers, such as Watches of Switzerland. Over time, this could reduce the number of brick-and-mortar watch boutiques across U.S. cities. Rolex has long been speculated to be moving toward a boutique-only model. Evidence of this shift includes the acquisition of Bucherer, a major European watch retailer. By owning the retail channels, Rolex can effectively bypass third-party dealers and sell directly to the consumer, maximizing profit while controlling the customer experience. In a world where tariffs squeeze margins, Rolex's boutique-only approach offers resilience. Since the brand would no longer be selling to authorized dealers, but rather directly to customers, it could potentially absorb a greater portion of tariff-induced costs. What was once a 10 to 15-year strategy may now be expedited to a 2 to 3-year implementation. In that scenario, widespread closures of third-party authorized dealers could ensue globally, ushering in a consolidated retail model with fewer, brand-controlled outlets. If the 31% tariff is enforced, the gray market will experience profound shifts. These can be broken down into several stages. Stage 1. Panic buying. This stage is already in progress. Uncertain about future price increases, many consumers are rushing to purchase luxury timepieces now, especially from gray market sources, to lock in lower pricing before tariffs take hold. Stage 2. Gray market surge and the return of the opportunists. If authorized dealer pricing rises significantly, the gray market may suddenly appear to offer relative discounts. This perception could ignite another gray market boom, similar to the bubble observed between 2021 and 2022. During that period, the industry saw an influx of so-called backpack flippers, individuals with little expertise in horology or customer service, but a desire to capitalize on quick profits. Stage 3. Emergence of a black market. A more severe consequence of unchecked tariffs could be the birth of a new black market. U.S. buyers, including some gray market dealers, may seek to circumvent tariffs by traveling overseas, purchasing watches in Europe or Asia, and returning with them undeclared. This could involve deceptive methods, such as wearing one watch on each wrist to pass through customs. Such activities would be both illegal and damaging. Enforcement of tariff regulations at borders would require resources and infrastructure that the U.S. government is unlikely to provide at the necessary scale. Moreover, a burgeoning black market is something that Swiss brands, especially Rolex, would likely seek to suppress, as it undercuts official distribution channels and damages brand equity. The role of gold and commodity inflation. Gold watches will be affected even more dramatically than their stainless steel counterparts. Over recent years, Rolex's gold models have seen outsized retail price increases compared to steel. This trend is now exacerbated by macroeconomic conditions. Thus, if tariffs are implemented in conjunction with a gold price surge, the compounded effect could push prices of gold Swiss watches to unprecedented levels. Buyers should anticipate dual pressure, one from import tariffs and another from raw material inflation. A global price adjustment. Should Rolex and other brands choose not to localize the impact of U.S. tariffs but rather distribute the additional cost globally, then retail price hikes can be expected across all international markets. Consumers in the United Kingdom, Europe, Asia, and beyond would therefore also absorb the cost of American trade policy. However, if spread thinly and systematically, such increases could appear as a continuation of the biannual price hikes to which the industry is already accustomed. Brands may choose this route to preserve parity across markets and to prevent imbalances that incentivize gray market cross-border arbitrage. The coming months will be pivotal for the global luxury watch industry. As mid-July approaches and the 90-day tariff pause nears its expiration, multiple outcomes remain possible. Whether a mild 10% tariff becomes the new normal or the full 31% is implemented, the ripple effects across authorized dealers, the gray market, boutique strategies, and global pricing structures will be significant. What are your thoughts on the topic we shared in this video? Let us know by leaving a comment and giving this video a thumbs up. Do not forget to subscribe to The Luxury World for more insights into the world of luxury timepieces.